what's up? What's good? Let's get on with this video. In this video, I will be talking about 10 different methods that can help you transition from conventional farming to organic farming. Basically, the bad to the good or the better. You know, it's good to be organic, you know? Yeah. No, I need to be more organic. My first method would be adding non-invasive or helpful organisms to your crops. With this, in the area, the ecosystem will become very sustainable and will also provide food or medicine to the crops or the species that are in the area. That's very helpful. Method number 2 can be the removal of pesticides, but this is used for conventional farming to kill insects, weeds, or any type of bacteria. It is able to reduce the farm's productivity because they are bad chemicals that they're using that can kill the crops and other organisms that actually eat the crops, like humans or the animals that are eating the crops in the area. Number 3, discontinuation of growth hormones for farm animals. With the growth of hormones, humans consume these hormones because it is in the meat that we eat. And we get our meat from the animals that are on the farms. So if a farmer basically feeds their cattle or something hormones to make their meat taste better, then the hormones are inside the cattle. So that means once they eat that, it has to come out somehow, unless they're, we're about to get eating, but don't want to talk about that. So when it comes out, it's manure, and the manure will have hormones in it. And the manure is basically fertilizer to grass or to the soil. And by that being said, that means that once that is onto the soil and decomposed and mixed into the soil, it can contaminate the soil with hormones, which are really bad. Method number 4. This is to allow animals to graze freely on your farmland. With this method, it helps reduce the environmental damage that can also fertilize the soil with the animals' manure. Some animals' manure is good, but not all. But if you let your animals free graze or graze freely on your farmland, then you should be good with your manure. The 5th method is to not use GMOs or genetically modified organisms. By injecting a crop with a laboratory injection, such as GMOs, it doesn't really allow the crop to grow organically. You are making or growing a crop that is unknown or doesn't even grow in nature. You're basically taking what it really is away from it. Usually people do that to make their fruits and stuff last longer or taste better. But it's not good. Another method would be weed suppression rather than weed elimination. With weed suppression is a way you're able to use resources to help prevent weed growth like mulch. It is healthier for you to go out and actually pick your weeds and pick the bad from your gardens or from your farms than for you to go and get a harmful chemical from the store and spray it all over your crops or all over your flowers and your plants. When you do this, you are spreading the bad chemicals onto all of the crops. And if you sell your crops, the chemicals that are on the crops will then be with the person that bought the crops or the cattle or the animals that ate the crops. So that means that the humans and the cattle and the animals and different species and organisms that are on the world are getting contaminated by harmful chemicals, which can probably lead to a danger of getting sick or getting a disease because it is so harmful. The lucky number 7, polyculture. Okay, what is polyculture? Well, in other words, it is crop diversity. And this is when multiple crops are grown in one location. So I can grow different types of crops in this one location. That's what it is. With polyculture, it can reduce the appearance of pests and diseases. It is also able to provide a wide range of support for beneficial insects. I hope you knew that. I don't know if you did, whoever's watching this. But yeah, let's go on. Method number 8. Making a natural fertilizer or a compost can help your crops grow too. Do you know what a natural fertilizer is? Bet you don't. But hey, I might be wrong. Like I said, this is just a video. Yeah. This method is when there's a natural fertilizer made from natural resources that are decomposing, like fruits and vegetables, or other things like leaves, paper, probably sticks or something. Yeah, probably that. It is left out for weeks until it is broken down into like a humus or a fertilizer. And this is why it's called natural fertilizers, because it's from natural things like vegetables and fruits and leaves and grass and paper and stuff that we have that we can make it with. When you use this, it is better because using manure is not really good, like I said before, because you are contaminating the soil. With natural fertilizer, you can actually put nutrients and everything else back into the soil rather than contaminating the soil if the manure has hormones in it or it's bad. Rotating crops is another method that you can use, and this is for farmers for if when the years go by, you will grow or plant your crops in a different area in the same farmland, but in a different area each year. So it won't really be in the same area. It'll be in the same area, but not in the same spot it was the year before. Say I can grow crops in row number 2, and row number 3 is all the way over here. And next year I could put it in row number 3, and put something else in row number 2, and put something else in row number 1, and so forth. Over the years go by, it's just switch it up. Just switch it up. That's all it is. And this is a beneficial method because they can interrupt or stop the reproduction cycles for pests and bad bacteria. Yeah, that's really good. Now, the last method that I have for you is biological pest control. Biological pest control is a method that helps pests by using other organisms to help control the pests from growing or spreading. It can also reduce the amount of pests in an area or location. An example for this could be bacteria or a wasp when they lay eggs on caterpillars. You know how painful that probably is. Probably is really painful. Yeah. Or ladybugs. Ladybugs are really good or bad sometimes. They're really pretty. Well, guys, or whoever's watching this, now that you've learned 10 different methods to help an organic farm or keep an organic farm sustainable, maybe you should tell somebody that is trying to make an organic farm or trying to convert from conventional to organic to use some of these methods that I gave you. They can be really helpful, and it's better to use these methods for an organic farm than to use bad methods for a conventional farm, because with a conventional farm you're just basically polluting the soil and polluting the air. You're basically just killing things very slowly. You're making things worse for yourself. You can lose money. With an organic farm, you can make more money faster. It will take a long time for you to transition, probably 2-3 years for you to transition, because you have to grow out the rest of your stuff, but it will really help for you to make an organic farm. And yeah, so I hope my video helps you out. Like I said, hey, it should. But hey, my name's E, and I'm signing off. Y'all have a good one. Bye.
Work, 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 work. You send me